Hi, welcome to my channel. From your host, your guy himself, DLG. I'm back again. Hope you've missed me. And we're back for some more match day reviews. And this is a review of my football team's performances against Liverpool. Well, the biggest statistic of the night was Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. Plus, I'm going to be giving my player ratings. But let me talk about the game itself. First off, we were second best. I can see why Liverpool are champions. They pressed the ball quicker. You know, every time a red shirt had the ball, there was a man onto us. A man in a black shirt onto us quickly. And I mean onto us quickly. And we just couldn't get out. Excuse me. Freaking thing playing. There you go. Yeah, they were onto us quickly. And excuse me again. What have I done here? Yeah. I mean, the first 20 minutes, inside the first 20 minutes, they were 1-0 up, and deservedly so. We just couldn't get out of our half at all. And then how we went in at half time, 2-1 up. It's beyond me. Oh, it ain't beyond me, only because of the gifts. Because Alisson after Van Dijk felt like giving out presents, as champions should not be doing, really. So they gave us presents, and Lacazette took his goal well, and so did Reece Nelson, you know, after being assisted by Lacazette. So I was happy for him, and happy for Lacazette. And the next game for us is the cup final, and later on this evening I will be doing a match day preview. Second half, we were totally out dominated. The chances they had to score the equaliser, and again, the best player in that second half, hands down, Emiliano Martinez. What a performer. What a good goalkeeper. And Leonard's going to have to really work his backside off to get his number one slot back, because Martinez ain't going to let go. And why should he let go? He's done nothing wrong. He's put in the best performances as he can. And he's kept clean sheets as well along the road. And he's helped marshal a defence in front of him that is not very good in the concepts of individuals. So that's my match day review of the game. And there was a point where Liverpool in that second half had over 90% of possession, or just over 90% of possession, to our petants 10%. We just couldn't get out of our half all game long. But we did as well as we could in that game. And that's defend. And defend well we did, especially in the second half. We defended superbly well. So, without further ado, my player ratings. Emilio Martinez, I've just said that he marshalled the defence well, pulled off a couple of blinding saves, especially from the one from Trent Alexander-Arnold, where it took a wicked deflection where he was going to his right. He had to reverse to his left and get a superb fingertip save towards the back stick. Strictly 8. Hands down, he gets an 8. In fact, 8.5. That's Emiliano Martinez. The back three. Rob Holding. He was steady against Mane. He performed better against Mane in the second half than he did in the first. In the first half, he was in no man's land at time, but in the second half, he improved. And I thought he marshalled Mane quite well and kept him more quiet. So for me, he gets a 7. David Luiz, yeah, much better in the second half. Like Holding, you know. In the first half, well, he well, he gave good pass. Well, he gave the ball. No, he gave the ball away about. I lost count after 3 times. He was just trying those glory balls, those long ass glory balls, and it wasn't touching an Arsenal shirt. And it was frustrating. But the second half, he kept it basic on the ball, defended well when he needed to, and yeah, he put in a steady performance. I'm giving him a 7. Kieran Tierney, what a blinding of a game he had. First half and second half. I mean, Salah did not get much of a look in that second half. And the following morning, I was told that the police stopped him and asked him to... they stopped him just when he was walking towards his house, 3 minutes away from his house, and they stopped him. They asked him to empty out his pockets. All they could find was a wallet, keys, and a mobile phone, and Mohamed Salah in the pocket. My word. He had a great night. Let's put it that way. So he gets 8. The wing-backs. Nah, this is the wing-backs for me. Yeah, I'm going to go Cedric Soares. Yeah, he was reasonably solid all game. I mean, the Liverpool goal did come towards his right, but I don't think he could be faulted too much on that. But whenever he had the ball, he kept it as simple as possible, and he did so in the second half, although he was taken off later in that second half. But overall, yeah, always steady. 7 for Suarez. Wing back, Bukayo Saka. Yeah, I thought he was decent enough. Didn't really get forward as much, and that's due to the power and the possession of power by Liverpool. And he had a bad kick from TAA, and I thought that was a red card offence. There's no difference to what Eddie Nketiah did to Justin James of Leicester City. I mean, both tackles are just as bad. But I'm going to give Saka a 7 for another steady performance. He's always consistent. At least he'll give you a 7 out of 10. Into the midfield, Dani Ceballos. He was anonymous in the first half, and that's due to the fact that he and Xhaka allowed Liverpool's midfield to run riot. You know, that's not the first time teams have run riot from midfield. That's a massive problem area there, as well as the defence. But for me, second half, he worked his socks off, helping the defence defend. You know, whenever he had the ball, he was less careless than he was in the first half. For me, I'll give him a 6.5. Xhaka, he's improving every game, but on the long haul, we need a lot better than Xhaka if we are going to climb up that table and compete on a bigger scale front. And for me, he has improved a lot better since Arteta's got hold of him. But for me, he will never be that player. But I'll give him his ratings. I mean, he worked hard, like Ceballos in the second half. You know, put in tackles. He put in a effortless shift, as he would do, and that's the minimum requirement. Xhaka, 6.5. Right, the front three. Pepe, I'm going to go to the right-hand side. Reece Nelson. Well, he could have looked... He didn't really... I don't know if he lacks confidence, but you could see it. Apart from the goal, I didn't see enough of Reece Nelson as such. I know that he worked hard for the first goal to help Lacazette score the equaliser. He pressured Van Dijk without really allowing him the space or time to turn. And he got his goal from a Lacazette assist from the right. And it was a good low cross in. And he took his goal well. I'm going to give him a 6, to be fair. Not one of his better games, but not one of the bad, not a bad game, but definitely not one of his best games. So a 6. On the left, Pepe, I felt that he was lost on that side. He looked he's better on the right hand side, and he is lacking confidence from where I'm sitting. It just doesn't look like he's producing. He doesn't look like he's gonna affect the game for us. Doesn't look like he's gonna beat a man with the ball at his feet. The dribbling looks like it's off at the moment, but however, and tracking back off the ball, yeah, he was not really tracking back as much as I would like him to. I don't think he worked hard enough for the team. He's gonna have to have a 5. I think he was our worst performer in a red and white shirt. Aubameyang worked as hard as he can, but he was well marshalled by the Liverpool defence, or it was due to the fact Liverpool had so much ball possession that he really couldn't get into the game as such. And every time he did get the ball, the Liverpool players didn't mind that because he wasn't receiving the ball in such dangerous areas. So for me, Aubameyang 5. The substitutions now. Who come on for Cedric? Maitland-Niles. Well, he didn't have too much time to affect the game, so I'm not going to mark him. Joe Willock came on and he did put in his fair share of tackles. He put in a shift. So I'm going to mark him down as a 5. Who else came on? I'm trying to think now. Kolasinac. He didn't have much of an impact, so I'm not going to mark him. Oh, who else came on? Aubameyang came on as a substitute, that's it. Sorry, I was meant to mark Lacazette. Lacazette, yeah, A1 performance for me. Aubameyang I've marked as a 5. He didn't really get into the game. That's the other substitution. Lacazette, man of the match performance. I'm going to give him a 9. Yeah, he worked hard. Held the ball up really well when he had a defender on him, and looked for runners off the ball, and did not really give the ball away as such. So I'm gonna give, like I said, the 9. Aubameyang, the substitutes: Aubameyang, Willock. Oh, Torreira started. Sorry, Torreira. I'm gonna give him 6.5. He put in a decent shift, got booked, and he had to come off early in the second half. And I think he came off for Ceballos, who I've already marked down. The team was changed a bit. I've marked down Aubameyang. Have I marked down Maitland-Niles? Yeah, I didn't mark him down. And Kolasinac, I didn't mark him down. So that's the 4 substitutions that I've gone through. The manager, Mikel Arteta, let's give him an 8. For me, in the second half, he shored things up at the back, especially from a defensive point of view. That's where we really performed, in that area where bodies were thrown on the line like their lives depended on it, and restricted Liverpool to a number of opportunities. Hence the reason Martinez made a couple of saves, but there were a couple of vital saves to stop us conceding an equaliser. On top of that, he kept to his formation, he kept to his principles, and I felt he managed the game superbly well, as best as he can. So yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. Ref, he can have a 1. There's question marks over that Trent Alexander-Arnold tackle that left Bukayo Saka in a heap of pain. For me, it's no difference to Eddie Nketiah's tackle on Justin James of Leicester City, and that left him in the heap of pain. So let's put it this way: if both legs were planted, that's 2 double leg double leg breaks. In the space of a week or two. He's gonna have to have a 1, and he should have gone to the VAR monitor on the halfway line and had a good look. For me, he has a 1. So that's my player ratings, management, and plus the substitution. Oh, and the ref. So that's my ratings done. Before I go, I'm gonna end it here. Before I end it here, should I say, I'm gonna be doing my Manchester City v Arsenal preview for tomorrow's FA Cup semi-final game, and that's a big game. Now that's more or less the be or end all of our season, So we've got to defend superbly well, a lot better than what we defended the other night. We defended well, but we're gonna have to defend better than well, if you get what I'm saying. And I think if we do that, we've got a chance of hitting them on the counter-attack and causing them a problem or two, or more than a problem than two. That's what we want to cause them. So, guys, let me know what do you think about my player ratings, whether they were right or harsh, and my substitution ratings. Well, I didn't really rate 2 Arsenal players, I think, and my management rating and the ref rating. If you want to have a say on it, then yeah, just drop it in my comment section below. Smash the thumbs up like button. But the big one for me, I really please need subscribers to my channel, yeah? 40 and counting, 960 subscribers to go. That's all that I need. And then we can keep going from there, yeah? Otherwise, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys to the girls, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in and listening. I'm going to end it here. Peace again, love again, and bless again. Have a wonderful day. If you're outside in London, England, or wherever you are in the world where there's sunshine, enjoy it while it lasts, because it's beautiful out there. I know it's beautiful out there in London, England. So wherever you are around the world, enjoy it, yeah? Once again, God bless. And I look forward to hearing from you. But like, comment, but make sure you please subscribe to my channel. DLG Reppin, and I'm gone for now. Laters.